What's up, y'all? It's Elijah, aka No Bread E, and this is Shoe Contact, episode 9. Fellas, welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
What's good? It's your boy Tay. Back for another video. It's gonna be a good one.
Episode, not video.
I keep forgetting. I'm doing my
This ain't
YouTube
your
intro.
YouTube channel, my brother. Here we
You already
go.
know it's Dark Magician Bleo. I'm always here. Don't worry.
What's good, y'all? Still the same motherfucker. New head, same spiz. What's good?
And then, of course, we have our special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, everybody? It's Sterling, man. For y'all that need any tags, I go by EA Smooth. Just here to put in my input, man. This is gonna be a good episode. Here to rock out with y'all.
Yes, sir. Sterling's been showing love since the first episode. He was the first person to hit us up and say that he was trying to be on the podcast. So here he is. Thank you for coming out. Not to waste anybody's time, let's go ahead and get into it. Retail or resale. We got the Air Max 1 Big Bubble.
I am a really big Air Max guy. I like how they call them back, little subtle hints to like 80s and 90s models. But I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the big bubble on this one. Like, it's not it. At least for me, So anybody else got something nice to say?
Nah, the big bubble for me is a no. I'm a huge Air Max guy, especially because I like OG sneakers. Like Air Max 1 is a classic. Everybody know that. That big bubble is trash though. Like Nike is reaching when they be doing stuff like this. They be taking it too far.
Yeah, I feel like they try to just throw the tag like, oh, it's Air Max Day, like cop these shoes. That's not gonna work, Nike. Like if you wanted us to cop these shoes, just give us the OG colorway. That's what you had to do.
Yeah, I feel like they just trying to, like when we say like they're trying to dig into the archives and just bring out shit that now it's like they kind of just bring out anything. I don't know. I do want to see them in person just to kind of gauge how it is. Like I don't know, it might actually be more comfortable. But
Did they say like the original, like the one of the original like pairs had the big bubble on it, or is that like
yeah? That's what I'm saying. They just digging in the archives, just pulling out shit. Like, all right,
yeah, they could have left those in 1980, whatever.
It was like it was like a whole story behind it, and y'all know how it is on stories. Originally, like the big bubble kept exploding or whatever the freak it was. That's why they did a smaller bubble. Like you went back and found a way to make this big ass bubble not explode now, and that's why
because you see what they did with the Vapor Max. How they got that new Vapor Max shit when they got it's like double bubbles or some shit. That shit looks stupid as hell. That shit looks dumb as hell. But hey.
Ray bought 3 pairs because he thought it was going to increase his vertical.
Hell no, I'll try it. Shit, I will try that shit.
You gonna sprain the ankle, try?
Yeah, you might sprain your ankle fucking with that shit.
All right, so let's get into it. Retail or resale.
Hell.
Ray just walked out on that one. That's exactly
I don't need these at all. Like I would say retail because I think that the Air Max it's not going to go down in value. Like people love Air Maxes in general, so I don't think like the resale price is going to be any lower than retail. So I would say that be retail for me.
Yeah, retail, easy retail. Because the thing is, you might catch these if you
at the outlets.
If you wait long enough, you might catch.
I wouldn't pay for these. If anything, this would be like a gym shoe, like I do with my old Vomeros or something. It might replace that. But I ain't wearing these outside. I ain't wearing these too far outside.
You just picking up your mail or something?
Yeah, go take out the trash. These
you might as well just throw that in there.
Throw it in the trash.
They might be real comfortable. I don't know. They might, like you said, it might give me a few inches on my vertical, so I gotta, test it out.
Yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but it's retails across the board, man.
All right, let's get into our second shoe, Air Max 97s, metallic golds.
This is definitely a shoe that I do want personally. I've never had the metallic gold 97s. I feel like as a kid, this was a shoe that I always wanted, but I never got. Even though I worked at Foot Locker at the time when they released last time, but I still wasn't able to get my hands on a pair. I guess I just didn't have the money to buy it at the time. So definitely that is re-releasing. I will get my hands on a pair. I didn't get the silver bullets, so definitely I got to get these.
Listen, for me, this is a shoe I feel like everybody should have in their collection. My only issue though is that I'm not buying the shoe again because the shoe just recently released. Like I got the 2019 pair, so it's like it's a classic shoe, but if it didn't release so close, I would definitely buy it again. But yeah, I just think everybody should have this.
See, I'm thinking like one, it definitely like you said, it recently released, and two, the general public really don't give a fuck about no classic colorways anymore, man. So just like the silver bullets, these might actually sit.
Yeah, like this is like Sterling just said, like this is like the third time in recent years that these came out. It's kind of like, you know, like the first two times we was going crazy over it. And I definitely prefer the silver bullets over these. I feel like these are like too loud for me. I don't know. It's weird, but like definitely rather the silver bullets than these every time. And then I don't know, like if they're gonna release it 3-4 times, they might as well just keep it in stock now, like, at this point.
That's true.
They might as well just
That's true.
keep them on
They
rotation.
are releasing like every other year now.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he
like-
said, the build up from 97 to 2019. Hell yeah, we wanted them because we ain't had them. Like you said, now they kind of like horn them out a little bit. So it's like you might as well just make it a regular shelf shoe.
It's the same thing that they did with the silver bullets. It came with the silver bullets, then the Puerto Ricos, then the silver
Then they
bullets
had-
again.
Yeah, then they had like a silver 97, a silver bullet that had like purple in it too. That one was calm too, but
Yeah.
literally it looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, you know, far away it looks the same. So I'm like, I might as well just keep
the
them in
crazy
store.
thing is though, like all them joints really is slick cold though on their own, like just chill, calm scale. Because even like the Puerto Rico joint, that shit was fire to me. Like had the little towel that came with it. All right, Nike, I might buy the shoe just cause the little towel in there.
I got about 3 of those towels right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like besides that though, like yeah, it's overdone.
Retail or resale.
No man, we ain't paying. Well, retail went up on these too, right? I ain't paying.
Retail went up.
You might have to just go back and cop like one of the older pairs. It might be lower than the retail price of these.
Right.
That's a fact.
These might definitely sit. These might definitely, you know, a few pairs might be in outlets, like the big pairs or whatever. You ain't gotta break your bank for these.
Damn, right? You not bringing out the swoosh pants?
I already got these in the Puerto Rico, the swoosh pants in the Puerto Ricos. I don't need it again for a cheaper price. Maybe you give $100. Yeah,
You really should be able to get up Saturday morning if you you need an emergency fit. You should be able to go in the store and grab these real quick.
right.
Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Monday afternoon, Tuesday. These retail, bro.
They gonna be there.
Retail, they probably gonna be discount. So
Third shoe is the Armour 12, but the white pair.
Why you saying the white?
It's
why you
still
saying the
Black
white
History
pair?
Month, my
It's
brother.
still-
Because
Why
we
you
already
saying the
talked
white
about
pair,
the
man?
black pair. We already talked about the black pair.
No man, we can always talk about the black pair, man.
Hey,
It don't
listen,
matter.
as a couple, since I wasn't here for to talk about this black pair, as a couple, these shits are fire. Listen,
Right.
I haven't been a huge fan of the Armour collection. I feel like y'all know. I feel like they're wearing that
Wow.
collection. I feel like they're wearing it out. Don't get me wrong. I feel like when they popped it off, 3, amazing. Everything since then has been like really a miss. These white 12,
Everything?
That's a hot take.
I think
And
everything got that
especially
Armour collection.
Especially the ones, right? Especially the ones,
Especially
right?
the
One's
ones.
a drag.
Nah,
Especially the
the
ones.
twos is lower than the ones, right?
No.
No,
the
I
ones
think
may be the
the
worst.
two is higher than the one.
All right, bro.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Like,
Yeah,
but these
I like
12,
those guys.
these 12s are
Bring 'em
cold.
back. Bring 'em back.
12s give you like these 12s give you 09 Jordan vibes when he dropped the flu game that had the suede.
Mhm.
Like they give you that vibe, and niggas like the regular flu game, but I ain't gonna lie, like that's flu game with the suede to me was a better flu game. You know, the little smiley face and all that. And I might be proud for that, but listen, that shit was hard. And these white ones, I feel like they give you like maroon is a fire-ass color. We all like fucking maroon, I think, anyway. So like that white is something that shit cold. That's just me though. That shit cold.
Yeah, that color combination is crazy. It just looks good. I seen like the early images and all that, like pictures, videos on IG. Like it looks crazy. I definitely want to see them in hand before I make a decision if I'm buying them or not, because I'm not really a big 12 guy, but it may look good in one of these cases over here.
You
wanna see
know,
him in person?
it's gonna look
I
good
can't wait
looking
to
at
see
it.
him in person. I can't wait to see him in person.
Yeah, I definitely mess with these. You know, I love the Cherry 12, so this is right up that same alley. Like you said, that maroon burgundy color is calm. Obviously, it's not like a everyday shoe or everyday color, but you know, it looks good. It looks really good. Especially, well, I definitely love both pairs, but I definitely prefer the white over the black.
Whoa.
But I kept the black in. Y'all tried to exclude the black. You know,
Still Black History Month.
Right.
Still Black History Month.
mm.
Nah, but Ray, I'm with you though. The white is definitely, you know, I'm not trying to say it on Black History Month, but I might take the white over the black. I ain't gonna lie. I might take the white.
Yeah, I already got the black.
You
It's
do?
crazy. I just found out on one. I checked my email and I was like, oh, I got the black.
Yikes.
So
Where you won that? What
so
store?
the Aman Minier raffle.
Oh, okay. Word.
I didn't even I really did not notice until like yesterday.
Ray, you
Hopefully,
gonna hate me too because, like, in my opinion, these ain't up the alley of the Cherry 12s. These might be better than the Cherry 12s to me. Feel me? Because
Whoa.
hear me out,
That's
hear
a
me out,
hot
please,
take.
please, 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 hear me out. Right?
Like,
who is this guy?
Like Sterling said, you got the suede. The suede brings it up. You feel me? You got the satin, like, not the satin, like this
the
quilted.
quilted shit, the
The
quilted shit.
quilted shit bring it up a notch, and then you got the little the stamps. What you call it on the tongue? The little pieces. Man, come on, man. You ain't gonna get that with no regular Cherry 12. This is luxury, bro.
So this
You
is this.
no, you absolutely right. But I know for the Cherry 12s, you could definitely like the Cherry 12s. You could probably you could bring out more. Like these are once in a while because like I ain't wearing these twice a week. I ain't wearing these I'm in the 12s twice a week just because
So
you gonna fuck up the suede or something on them.
this is my take on that. If we talking like quality, like he mentioned the stamps and the suede and shit, all right, like the Cherry 12s that's supposed to release later this year, we're probably not gonna
They
get
are.
great quality as we did in the past on them. So this Armor might be a better quality if we compare it to that one, but to say it's a better shoe than the Cherry, ooh, you reaching them, boy, you reaching.
I mean, let's say I only have $250 to spend, and my priorities gonna be shifting. Like I can only pick one, and it's gonna be this one.
Nah, if you got 250, you got to get the cherries. You're not gonna wear the other ones that much.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. The Amamias are definitely fire. We're not
But
saying that.
from his point though, if you're a collector, nigga, you'll find a way to get that cherry on the back end. He right. You
Facts.
only got 250, you're probably going Armor 12.
True.
Yeah, you go for that first.
Retail or resale?
I'll definitely pay resale. I'm not paying more than 300. Maybe then 300 might even be a stretch. Like I have to be like I have to have that money like doubled already. Like my shoe spending money doubled and just like I ain't cop anything yet, so I'm gonna just cop these. Like retail's already extremely high after taxes on both pairs, so it's almost 300 already.
Aren't
So
these already stretching 400? Aren't these specific ones already stretching 400?
What, resale or retail?
Resale.
Yeah, I'm saying I know, but I'm saying like retail is already almost hitting 3. So it's like, my resale value on these, like I'm not trying to pay more than 3 flat. Like I know it's about 400, but that's like, I don't know, maybe. But right now, my limit is at 3.
I give you 3.25.
I'll give you 3.25, three and a possible.
Because if you offer 3 and he's talking about 325, you might be like, all right, fuck it, $25. I spend that on, that's like lunch someday or whatever.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna have to say retail. I'm not like I said, I'm not a big 12 fan anyway. So paying resale for a shoe that's already 250, like I might as well just stick to my retail. If I don't get it for retail, then it wasn't meant to be.
I do resale, but like Ray said, like 50 over, nothing more. Calm low 310. That's it.
The reason why I say I might stretch it a little more than 50 is just because I feel like this is one of them shoes that the older it gets and the more out of circulation it gets, it's gonna start to. I think this is a shoe that might push the lines of what the new resale is with aged shoes. So that's why I say I probably push it a little. I might give them like 3. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I kind of want this, so I'm gonna give them 3. I'm gonna give them 325, depending on what I'm saying.
And then our final shoe is the Supreme Bacons.
Kick it off, Mr. Zoom Flight 95.
I was just talking to Danny about these. Like, I'm definitely glad that first colorway they previewed, like that purple holographic, like yellow sunset color or whatever. Like, it's cool. It's not. I wouldn't give it like a. It's nothing crazy. I'd much rather the OG, the red with the black with the yellow laces. Definitely prefer those over this. Like I said, I like the fact that they're bringing back old basketball shoes and they're giving them some new colorways or putting them on collabs and stuff like that. So this falls right in line with everything I've been saying. I definitely do like that colorway. That all white colorway looks horrible. It looks like you ever seen white ACGs in person? That's what these look like. They look bad. If you look at white ACGs in person, they look very bad. But I do hope, Supreme usually sometimes they'll do just 2 colorways, like they did with like one of those Air Maxes, like the green and then the red shits. That's the Supreme on the side. Like, hopefully, I hope they do at least 3 colorways for this, just to even it out, because I don't want one good, one ass, because everyone's gonna get the other one. Everyone's gonna leave the white one. Hopefully they just, usually they do like an all black or some other shit. Hopefully they just do that just to kind of even it out. But I do like these.
Me, I'm gonna go back to the youth talking to me. I've never ever wanted a pair of these at all.
Dante, just say it. These ass, Ray on his own, bro. I don't know what he's talking about, man. Like these is
Man.
like the bulky shits. Like Nike got to stop with them, bro. It's like
But listen,
no.
The
These are
closest I go back
like,
really is like up
Bacon
tempo,
as a
but like I
shoe,
don't really
like
like it.
the Bacon as a shoe, the original one is fire. I feel like this shoe screams Supreme. It really don't scream Bacon. It's not a representation of the shoe. It screams Supreme. Ray, you are on your own though, because both of these colorways are
No, the white one is ass. The other one is, like I said, it's
that
okay.
metallic,
Nah, they both
I'll
terrible.
buy it. I'll buy
iridescent
it.
looking shit is ass. If they would have just came out, like remember when they dropped a little teaser picture and it was nothing official, but it had the original colorway of the Air Bacon with
Yeah.
the Supreme on the side. Had they dropped that shit for real, we would have a conversation. But besides that, them shits is ass.
Yeah.
see.
I did want to mention though, I remember Mike was talking about, what was it, last episode we talked about the LeBrons. You're talking about the reverse swoosh. This is the first shoe that had the reverse swoosh on it. I don't know if that's going to help anything, but
It
these
is.
still
No,
bad.
one of y'all Knicks players. This is his father's shoe, right? So y'all
Leave his
gotta
father in the
cop it.
past, man. We not worried about his father.
His father was better than him, man. Come on.
Retail or resell on these?
Neither.
Retail
It's gonna
probably
be
like
to know.
retail might be like 180 on these, something like that. That's not too bad, but like I said, I think it's coming out this week, right? I
You
could,
see
if it's coming out
next
this
week.
week.
You see somebody with these on and they think they got that shit on, that tells you a lot.
No, I mean, all right, yeah. Like I'm just getting these for casual. Like I like this collab.
This shoe screams hype beast at its all-time high.
That's a fact.
Nah, I don't think so.
I do resell, but only because E-Man, you know how you do retail like 180 and then resell probably gonna be like 90. So I'll do resell.
Yeah.
Like the Zoom flights.
resale too.
Like the Zoom flight. Zoom
Nah,
flight is
Zoom
like
flights is different.
That
Zoom
was
flight was
160 retail, resale 90 cash.
Nah,
Every
I said
size.
those Zoom flights Supreme did was an okay idea, but like that idea should have been done a few years ago. The bandana
First
shit.
thing is Nike will give these collabs all the shoes that if they drop the regular one, they'll probably make more money dropping.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
They might drop the OGs in, hopefully.
All right, fellas. And now, as always, we have our second segment, the hot take. Our hot take today is growing up, what sneaker had your neighborhood in a chokehold?
Obviously there was different eras, but like I know one silhouette that I don't like because it didn't have me in the chokehold, but I know it had a lot of niggas. A lot of people in the chokehold. Was definitely
Berries?
You said Sperry's? Sperry's did.
Sperry's did for a little bit.
But it was definitely Griffey's though, and I do not like Griffey's at all. Like dudes had the different colors. Remember there was like I really don't like Griffey's, so I don't pay attention to them. So it's like I know they had the Griffey ones, the Griffey twos. Some people had 3 colorways: the blue, the red, and then
I
had
was
sea salt
motherfucker
water
that had
colorway or whatever.
multiple Griffies, and I had to run it back.
Oh my God.
I had to
I
run
was
it
gonna
back.
say, I ain't
Looks
gonna
like a
hold you.
size 6.
OG Griffey is cool. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. When they start re-releasing them with all that red, blue, yeah, I ain't want with all that shit. But OG Griffey is cool.
I did not like them at all. I still don't
Ray,
like them at
what
all.
vendetta do you have against Griffey? What did he do to you and your family for him to be like,
I
hey,
just
yo,
I just don't like that
list?
shoe. I just don't like that shoe. It was either Griffey's had the hood on Smash or Polo boots.
The hood?
So yeah.
Polo
you
boots
mean
is it.
Williamsburg?
Nah, Flatbush Brownsville.
So this was a hard question, low key. Like just because, like he said, you go through eras, and I
Mhm.
took a long time to think about this, and y'all probably gonna be like, that answer is such a escape exit answer. But listen, I gotta say, just especially like being from where I'm from in the city of Atlanta, like white Air Force Ones, like it's the one shoe that, listen, it don't matter. Like I don't even believe in wearing white shoes because I'm worse than a child. I fuck some white shoes up. Listen, I don't even wear white shoes. Only white shoe I have in my closet literally is white Air Force Ones. But when I tell you it's bad, it's like, nigga, you can go look right now on top of my washing machine. We probably got like 30 pair of dirty ones just sitting there. And of course we're gonna get rid of them, whatever. But listen, white Air Force Ones is just probably the only thing you could say without having to speak on a specific generation. Like it gotta be white ones. Like you just gotta have a pair. It is what it is.
I think originally when I first thought about this question, I really didn't have an answer at first because it was a tough question. But then I remember Mao put the post in the group chat, and those Prada shoes that everybody was wearing, that was probably the worst era we ever had in the sneaker community. Like
They're bringing
I
it
don't
back
think I can
now.
remember those. Is like I remember going to like a sneaker store and just checking the retail price on them, and I'm like, there's no way I'm ever getting this shoe. I think retail was probably like 400 plus
Yes.
on that Prada shoe, and that was probably the worst time we ever had.
And can you believe that a lot of dudes had a pair of $400 shoes in high
I
school?
couldn't
middle
believe
school?
it.
I don't know.
Because at the time, like I was
No.
young, I was really young at the time, so there was no way I was even thinking about paying
Right.
$1 for a pair of shoes.
Right.
I seen everybody have them, so I'm like,
We
maybe I
going,
could
if
get
we
a pair.
going,
But I
if
take
we
that
going
retail.
worst era, like if you a Jordan dude, if you a traditional, most sneakerheads started out, they wanted a pair of J's. If you wanted them people, the worst era we have is that Fusion era because we wore them. I don't care what nobody say. My
But
collection is meaner than any motherfucker from here to Mars, and I still can admit that I wore those Fusion shits. I wore the hell out of them, and them shits was fire at the time because
Yeah.
that was what we had. Like them shits was fire. Like niggas clown on them now, but if you didn't have them back then, that's you just didn't have kicks.
yeah, I was about to. I thought you were saying something else, but nah. At that time, Fusions had the hood on. They had it on Smash because they came out
Fusion
with
had the
the
hood on
Fusion
Smash. We
3s.
thought we was getting Air
The
Force
Fu-
Ones with Jordans. You couldn't
The
tell us
Fusion
nothing.
3s were the worst ones, and they were the ugliest ones. The Fusion 3s and the Fusion 5s were the ugliest ones, and people were still wearing them faithfully. And I was like, yo, I couldn't do it. I never had a pair of Fusions. The only ones I liked was the first one that literally the Air Forces shits. And when it was like the black with the white, looked like Taxi 12. That was the only one that I was really fucking with. It was like the first two that came out. It was literally just Air Forces, but it had like the toe box around it was like black, and then the rest of it was white. That, and then they did like a reverse one where it was like white and then black suede. But the Fusion 3s, the Fusion 5s, like those were horrible colorways, horrible silhouette. Like it looked horrible, but people was wearing them. I could never do that. I couldn't do that.
What about
Or Griffiths.
the beef and broccoli era? Everybody's getting the beef and brocs.
The
That's
beef and
still
broccoli
an
era
era.
was
That's still a
That's still an
classic
era.
shoe.
There's still
I
people
ain't
who do
gonna
that.
hold you. If it ain't Tim's, I ain't in them. I never been a polo boot nigga. I never been a beef and broccoli. Like if it ain't
Listen,
just regular
listen.
Tim's, that's
So
it.
we
I
had
never
this
had a polo boots
conversation.
either.
We had a conversation. I remember it was Mal, Nas, whatever, and they brought up. So in New York, I feel like if it wasn't a polo boot, a UGG boot, or a Tim, then that's why I was gonna say that was the dark horse, the A Solos. Now let me ask y'all something.
Down
Go
here,
ahead.
like we had a polo boot era where niggas was wearing it because niggas was on their whole like collar shirt, or they young dro
The
polo
rugby,
tag, all that shit.
rugby
Yeah,
polo.
but like real
Yo,
Atlanta niggas like really only wore ACGs, and that's just because them bitches is all black and they go with shit we wearing all day, every day, anywhere. And then Tim's was like, nigga, if you got to put on a fit, you still boots. It's Tim's. That's it.
I was like, people wore ACGs and Pradas just because they were the most diverse footwear. Like people played ball in them. People wore them in the rain. You wore them to events. Like you said, it was all black. People wore Pradas and played ball in Pradas. People wore ACGs for the rated and played ball in them the same day. Like them shits was like durable.
You
That's
wore
why people
ACGs to play ball.
No, they used to do that, Mike. They used to.
7 o'clock in the morning,
It has an Air
everybody
Max
hooping
bubble.
in the morning.
Mike, ACGs have an Air Max bubble.
That's
Nigga,
some
calf
villainous
muscle
behavior, bro.
Calf
Yo.
muscle strong. I bet his
Yo.
calf muscle strong.
Yo,
His ankle, his whole
it's a high top, so it protects the ankle, and it got an Air Max bubble. Come on, they cheating with that.
Nah,
Now,
you just took like 3 years off your life with that one, my boy.
Yo,
One of y'all said the Sperry's earlier, but did
Mike,
y'all also
go check your parents' closet, man. They might have a few pairs.
All right,
in
bro.
there.
Let E continue his question, my boy.
did y'all also go through did y'all hoods also go through the Tom's era?
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Not the hood, like the school.
Not the hood.
That was like
Not the
school
hood, the
thing, though.
school.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
school
not
went
the
through the
hood.
era, not the hood.
Okay,
I don't even think niggas in Atlanta know what Tom's is.
That was terrible. That was a terrible era. Well, school era. Like
Yeah.
horrible.
like little loaves of breads. Everyone walked with the loaf of bread on their feet. That was crazy.
I never fell into the Toms, but I did fall into the Converse thing. If everyone wanted to be Taylor gang, I fell into that.
Son, I feel like Converse is a smooth summertime shoe. Like if you had I feel like there's very few summertime shoes that you can get away with every summer. And I feel like Converse is one of those.
I ain't never had a pair of Converse.
Converse, I feel like is an all around shoe. Just because like in middle school, elementary school, we had like a uniform policy, and like it was all black shoes. So you knew come August, July, your mom was gonna buy you some all black Converses for September. You was gonna be mad as hell because all them other kids had the Jordans, the nice Nikes and shit, but you over here with the Converses. But you know, Converses ain't bad.
Could have told your parents get those ACGs, man.
Nah, my parents love me actually, so they wasn't gonna fuck with me.
What? All black Converses are worse.
Low key,
I'll
black
take all
Converse is the
black
worst.
I'm like Ray. I had like one pair during like Wiz' smoking era when I was in like college and I was doing whatever the fuck anyway. But yeah, I ain't wearing no Converse.
I only had I had two pairs of Converse. I had the low like cream pair that everyone was trying to get, that cream pair. That was like the summer dude. That low top cream pair, you know, had the laces undone, had the tongue out and shit like that. And I had obviously a black high top pair. But it's crazy because like I'm thinking about like all the generations of all those transitions. Like I definitely never fell into the polo boot thing. I didn't like Tom. I like it was like loaf of bread. I couldn't wear them. Even the only thing I really fell into was like Uggs, Converses, and that's probably really it. And like foam.
I was
Like,
gonna say foams.
When everybody was
I
like
was definitely
buying
gonna say
foams
foams.
and buying those stupid ass colors of foam, I fell into that. But besides
See,
that, like
back in my day, the colors of phones, it wasn't
Feedback.
stupid. It was just the don't do that. It was just the regular OG colors, not the OG colors, but regular colors. Like
Yeah, all
so,
the OG foams are fire. It's when they start making all them prints and shit, Weathermans and
you
fucking.
know what I'm saying?
nah, the Weatherman's was alright. The Weatherman's was alright.
Don't do that. Don't.
They alright.
Man, if
It's
you
those-
don't leave them shits alone,
It's
please
those-
don't do that.
It's those
Please
Spider-Man
don't.
shit. The
Don't
Spider-Man
have
shits
no-
are horrible.
The Weatherman is ugly in every shoe it done came out in.
But-
You can fuck with the Weatherman like a little bit though. That's literally like the sweatpants, sweatsuit. Alright, yeah. Like
Nigga,
you don't put
I'm-
nothing else
I'm-
on with that.
I'm glad you brought this up.
They was
Ray,
listening to too much Wale when they started making them fucking prints.
That's E-Man right there.
That's just
yeah, that is
artist.
my man. But I just want to say this, Ray, you always bring up motherfuckers could only wear shit with sweatpants and shorts. I'm tired of the sweatpants and shorts. I'm not buying shoes just for sweatpants and shorts.
So what you gotta do?
But it's like that's a thing though. It's like
How many
like,
sweatpants do you own?
That's
You
because he
gotta have-
has no white
You
pants.
gotta have sweatpants, right? I don't have no white. I replaced all my white pants with sweatpants. So I got a lot of sweatpants.
You
now.
replaced, so that means at one point you did have some white pants though, right?
Yeah, like back in the day when we were going to parties, the shots
All
at
white
era.
parties.
Yeah, see, Mike, ask your parents, man. They might know. We might have been at a party together. I don't know. But during that era, you wore white pants to the party. You know what I'm saying? Like you wore white pants, you rolled it up a little bit, almost to the knee, or you sometimes you do it like past the knee a little bit. You might have wore your Pradas.
I would have came
You
out.
wearing-
Might have
You
wore your
wearing white
Pradas with
pants and then you rolling them up to your knee.
Might have wore your Pradas, might have wore your Converses with that. Maybe even some Spurries. Or if you had Clarks, you wore that. You know what I'm saying? Like
White
come on,
pants and
that was
Converses, you couldn't have been around no black people.
actually, man, that's New York. Like
That was an error. That was an
That was an
error.
era. That
That's
was an
bad.
era. Like you go into the party and shit. Like that
White
was a
pants
fit
with
for
the
the party.
Sperry's. That was a classic
That was a
fit.
fit for the party.
I
Just
don't
for the
know
party
about
though.
no-
Just for the party though.
I don't know
You
about
ain't
no
wearing
shit
that
like
in the
that.
daytime.
White t-shirt all day. White pants, never.
Me and you gonna have some problems over there.
Yeah,
but
but-
back to the original
Yeah,
question.
I was
though.
gonna say they like. I'm pretty sure there's some kicks you had that you probably don't wear unless it's with shorts or sweatpants.
True. Yeah.
But if
Right, right.
your entire closet, if your entire shoe collection depends on sweatpants and shorts, why you got a
I'm saying,
collection? my boy?
not the whole collection depends on that though. Like I said, certain shoes that you have, like you can't wear with like jeans and shit. Like I was telling them in the chat, we never saw people wear Kobe's with jeans. The only
Yes, we
Kobe's
did.
that
Other
we
than
saw,
Nick.
Yes, we did.
the only Kobe's was the Galaxy Kobe's. That's it. If they wasn't wearing the Galaxy Kobe's, they was wearing sweatpants with it.
I
Nah,
told
Or they
you
wearing
it
it on the
wasn't
court.
just the Galaxy
What the
Kobe's.
Kobe,
It was
what the Kobe 8s and shit.
The what the
rocking
Kobe
them.
8s.
That's a fit. That's a fit.
You
Maybe
had-
not a
you
lot
had
of
the
people had them.
Easters. You had
That Easter,
the shits
he
with the
right.
sharks.
He going crazy.
No, they wore them on the court. They didn't wear them with pants outside.
Yes, they
Nah.
did, bro.
Like that.
Because I know
Orange
you're talking
County
about the shark
Kobe?
shit. I had the
That-
poison frogs. I did not
that-
wear them shits outside.
That Orange County, you can wear that with a fit.
You could, but did people do it? No.
And you know what's crazy?
When the Grinch originally released, people was wearing that with fits. They wasn't hooping in that.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what's even crazier? His closet is only sweats and shorts, and he's saying that he wasn't wearing these off the court.
It's not only sweats.
Like the irony, bro.
But I was saying like when LeBron's and KD's was coming out during that time, like it's probably like LeBron 7 and up, people was wearing those with cargo pants. People was wearing those with pants.
Yes.
They weren't wearing that with sweatsuits and shit. It was like it was like LeBron, KD, then Kobe. To be honest with you,
It was LeBron, Kobe, KD.
Nah,
it was KD. It was KD.
Yeah,
People
I would have
KD
to agree.
outside.
It was
Kobe's
LeBron,
LeBron.
KD's,
They fuck
and
with
then
it.
Kobe.
It's not like
Y'all
they didn't.
wrong. I think it was KD, Kobe, LeBron. Y'all know I'm the biggest LeBron fan in the world.
Maybe from the state.
Yeah,
Nah,
maybe.
Northeast. That was gonna be my shoe. That had everybody in the chokehold.
KD had the
LeBron
game
eyes.
on lock when 3 and 4 was out.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then after that, nothing. LeBron had a good like 4 or 5 shoes that people was wearing just regular.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like LeBron, like
he really
6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10.
say, like,
Even 11,
10.
like they wore with pants.
Yeah.
We wear
I
that
give
with
y'all
uniform.
6 through 9, maybe. Y'all reaching with that.
But even
Nah,
6 through 9, that's 3 years. KD only had 3, 4, and then you could say 5. To be honest, the high top 5, yeah.
Nah, not the 5.
Nah, really, KD
The
had
5, yeah.
KD had a leap year because the 5 I think was trash, but when 6 came out, 6 kind of had a little run with the little Liger shit and that in the 6. The KD 6s had a little the little peanut butter and just like the 6s had a little.
they did have a
Yeah.
run.
The
The
6s
sixes-
had a little run. I'm telling you, the 5 was so ugly though that you almost forgot about KD ass. Like that 5 almost got him clipped for real. Like
Nah,
The
the high top
fours-
5 they fuck with.
The 4 set the tone for
sixes-
KD, I feel like.
the 3.
The threes, they fucked with the 3s. The 4s was like, oh shit,
The
like
4
he's on
is
top.
probably
now.
his best shoe.
The 4 is definitely his best shoe.
But I mean, 4 at the time, the time KD 4 was out, you got to think that was the time like Nike was just going fed anyway. If you think about like the releases they were dropping at that time, that's the Galaxy year. So you know what I'm saying? That was just they was going fed right there.
So are we putting the KD4 in that low, like upper echelon because of that, like that whole Galaxy era, or can we like replace?
I just think if you go through the KD4, if you go through every colorway of that KD4, I don't think you miss Aunt Pearl, Easter,
That's what I'm about to
Galaxy,
say. You gotta go through the colorways
like
of the
Weatherman.
as well.
Even the
you can't
Weatherman.
miss. Like
That's
you,
the Weatherman
that
you wear.
4 you couldn't miss.
You gotta go through the
And,
colorways of that.
and
silhouette
motherfuckers
as
was going
well.
crazy with the KD4 on the Nike ID. We ain't forget
Mm,
that.
Nike ID era was crazy.
I think that was his best number. I think that's his best silhouette.
Oh, he had the Nerfs too. I'm sure
Yeah,
was tough.
Nerf.
Nurse.
That Easter was crazy. The Aunt Pearl was crazy.
Crazy.
The
Galaxy
bronze, the all
crazy.
bronze shit, even the all gold shit.
The
gold
little
Oh, the gold
Rugrats.
metal joints?
That was
Gold
the
medal.
original.
And the all
Had
bronze
the
one.
Rugrat colorway.
Ah, yeah, it was definitely LeBron, KD, Kobe.
Yo, this guy.
I changed my opinion.
We've been through a lot of eras, fellas. Even though y'all young guys, y'all seen the eras.
As I said, might go check
Really?
their closet. They probably still got some pictures or some stuff from back in our day, you know?
Yeah, y'all did. Back in-
That's what I'm saying.
Back in
Our
y'all
day.
day,
Y'all
My parents a
believe
little more seasoned than you, Ray. They probably got some Reebok pumps in their closet.
Ain't nothing wrong with pumps.
Hey, listen.
Oh, that's another one. Kamikazes had the hood for a little bit too. I did not like
Kamikazes.
those. I didn't like them.
Kamikazes.
It was ugly as hell.
Yeah.
Kamikazes had the hood for a little bit too.
That
That's
did
way-
me bad.
Wavies. Y'all remember Wavies?
Wavies was fire. though.
Wavies had the
was
hood
fire,
on
though.
Smash for a little bit.
That's what I was telling.
Hirachis had the hood on lock for a little
Hirachis?
while.
Harachis.
I had me some
Yeah.
I had Rogers.
They said
You know
they
what
said
had the hood on lock though? Roshi runs.
Roshi.
That was an era.
You still got yours?
I remember mine's ripped
course.
in the middle. I was sick.
What happened?
I
I never had Hirachis, never had Roshis, never had Kamikazes.
Just say you was never outside.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
outside. I just
saying.
didn't like them. I didn't like them.
Roshis, if it didn't split down the middle, it split on the side where your pinky toe was at.
Bro, I was sick, man.
Yeah.
I remember
Heartbreaking.
buying a pair of Calypsos, and that was like one of the like original 7, 8 colorways or whatever. So I was hyped. I think my first, second, or third time wearing them shits, and they just split on the side, right on the pinky toe, bro. I was
Mhm.
sick as hell.
You playing ball in them?
Nah, that's probably something you would do with your ACGs.
Yo,
Those-
they would
those-
last. They last longer than those
Oh,
rotis.
yeah, at least they never split. So you know,
They last longer than rotis.
All right, fellas, thank
Yeah.
you for coming. Episode 9. Yeah, thank you for our special guest. Appreciate
Man,
you.
I appreciate y'all boys for having me, man. Hey, man, I look forward to getting back on here and talking some more shit with y'all, man.
Of course. All right, fellas. Subscribe.
Yeah.